Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is B and you're part of Beekeeper of Plants. If you're new here, welcome. And for all of my returning subscribers, thank you so much. Guess what? Today is part 2 of the plant room tour. I have read your comments. I have gotten a lot of likes on the plant room tour. Oh my goodness, I am overjoyed with everything that I have seen you guys leave on my channel. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to you. Thank you so much. Well, today I don't think I am going to disappoint you because I have more of the same types of plants, and even I have some plants that you have not seen. So I am excited about that. Not only that, but if you stay tuned to the end, you're going to see the unveiling of the plant wall. What I've done, the name of the art pieces, and exactly which plant fit well in that wrought iron planter. So don't leave. Stay tuned because guess what? It's coming up next. Green thumbs up. Let's go. So let part 2 begin, guys. Here we are. Let's look at a few of these plants once again and see what part 1 brought us. Look at that beautiful squirmy fern right there. Look at that new leaf. Beautiful. This is my IKEA shelf, guys. Our philodendron bellietier. Wow, beautiful. Beautiful plants. And if you have not seen part 1, go on over and look at part 1. I think you're going to be so pleased with part 1, and you'll get a chance to see these plants up close. Let's look here. More plants. I'm going to go on up to the top so you'll get a chance to see what's at the top. Some of my embroidery that I've done. And here's one of the plant hangers that the gentleman hung for me. So that's one of them there. Coming over, you'll get a chance to see more beautiful plants. Pothos, Cebu blues, money tree. This money tree is growing quite well. You know, growing plants indoors can be a struggle, but if you have all the things that you need in order to grow these plants successfully, I don't think your plants will suffer at all. You know, having the proper lighting for your plants, I think, is one of the key elements to growing plants on the indoors. Right now, you're seeing the Hoya corner, and here's a Cebu blue propagation. More Hoyas. I guess some of you might think, B, girl, are you a Hoya head? No, I'm not, but I love Hoyas. As a matter of fact, I love plants, period. In today's video, you're going to get a chance to see some of the plants that can grow outdoors, but I'm growing them indoors. So you're going to get a chance to see that. But yeah, I enjoy Hoyas. And real soon, you'll get a chance to see exactly where I put the Gabriella plants, because I just did an unboxing of Gabriella plants. I bought about 5 Hoyas from her, and you'll get a chance to see where I'm going to put those here in the plant room. Yeah. More plants. Plants galore. And I tell you what, I'm not finished filling this room. It is going to be a jungle. When I finish, it is. It's going to be a jungle. Bees plant jungle is what we'll call it. Instead of plant room, we'll begin calling it bees plant jungle. Yeah, you're getting a chance to see exactly, guys, what I get a chance to see, like I said, on a daily basis. So this is only a snippet of what's to come in part 2. Okay? So let's get started. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I am trying to decide where to start. I think we're going to begin where we ended, which was back here where all of the Hoyas are. You did not get a chance to see more Hoyas. So let's get started in that little area there. The first Hoya that I'm going to share with you is the Hoya rosita. Let's take a look at her. I've had her since spring, and she has grown a whole lot for me. She is growing beautifully. And her tendril just continues to grow. I believe that she is probably going to give me a bloom this spring coming. Hoya rosita. Easy plant to grow. And very common, very common. The next plant, I'm going to sit her down right here, is, let's look at her. This is our Hoya 𝑴𝒂𝒎𝒐𝒕𝒉. I did not grow her to be this bushy. I have another Hoya 𝑴𝒂𝒎𝒐𝒕𝒉 I'm going to quickly share with you that I found pieces of. I've had her for a year, but I just could not resist getting this Hoya 𝑴𝒂𝒎𝒐𝒕𝒉. Look at how full she is. And I did repot her because I wanted her to be in my chunkier mix. So yeah. So let me get her sister. Look at her sister here. This is her sister here that's growing beautifully for me. A lot of hang time. Look at all of the new growth that's coming. She's doing beautifully. All of that new growth. And that's just since the spring. Yeah. So we're going to take a peek at a few more Hoyas. I love showcasing our 𝐏𝐥𝐚𝐧𝐭. She is such a sweet plant. She's a thin leaf plant, but she is so bushy. Excuse me, she grows so well. And she looks so cute sitting in her pot on this trellis. That's the back of her. Growing so nicely. And she was not this bushy when I bought her this spring. So she's growing real nicely. The next Hoya I'm going to show you is the Hoya pubicalis. Growing like a weed. And she has a little splash on her. She doesn't have a lot. I wish she had more. She has a little splash, not a whole lot. but it doesn't take away from her beauty. She's so pretty, growing well. Hoya pubicalis. And the last Hoya I will share with you is our Hoya rotunda flora. Look at her. Growing nicely, extending well. She has some new growth right in the middle there, if you can see it. New growth coming up from the bottom, which I like a lot. I can't wait for it to continue to grow. So those are two tendrils that are coming up from the soil. Easy plant to grow. I love how hard the leaves are. And in one of my videos, I called her the platypus Hoya. I just love the leaf shape. Reminds me of a platypus. Nice, nice Hoya. Very easy Hoya to grow for me. Okay. Now, I have a big Mama Jama, excuse me, that I'm going to share with you. This plant here came from Home Depot, and the neat thing about it was already nice and full. I had never seen it, and I wanted something else to be on the floor instead of on the shelf. So I got it, repotted it, and it is growing beautifully. And probably you have seen this plant yourself. So let me get her. She's a big girl. Philodendron Red Congo. This outer pot was white, and I spray painted it. I repotted her so that she could be in my chunkier soil. The reason that they call her a red Congo is because of her stems. And she has a lot of new growth. Look at all of the leaves that are emerging. A lot of new growth. What I've discovered though with her is that she needs a lot of moisture and humidity here. And that is what helps her leaves to unfurl. So I've been giving her a lot of humidity here and making sure that her soil stays moist so that these leaves can go on and unfurl. But look at how beautiful these leaves are. I mean, a dark, deep hunter's green. It's beautiful. And I don't know if you can see the edging, but on the edge of the leaves is a beautiful red edge. And they're also a little bit wavy. I don't know if you can see the red edging. Beautiful. Philodendron Red Congo. Beautiful. The next plant that I'll share with you is one that I recently purchased. I recently purchased it because I'm trying my hands at more odd plants, and also plants that need some kind of staking. So this plant here, my, is so beautiful. Philodendron silver sword. She is gorgeous. Look at those leaves. On camera, you cannot see how beautiful the leaves are, but in person, they're silvery. Has a silver tinge to them, really pretty. And if you touch the leaves, it will leave a residue from your skin. So I very seldom touch the leaves at all because I don't want to leave any residue. Now, you see that this leaf here is yellowing. If you've been with me for any time, I always say I never cut those leaves off. I let them fall off on their own, and they will do just that. You will see I have two leaves emerging. You see the top one here, and then you will see another one right back there. And so I have it staked so it can go on and crawl up its pole. Doing nicely. I keep it nice and moist. The soil is in a real chunky soil. Philodendron silver sword. Beautiful plant. So, you have seen more Hoyas. You've seen two of the largest plants that I have in here. But guess what? I have a plant for you that you are going to get a chance to look at. It usually grows outside. It is one of the largest orchids in its genus, and it is known as 𝒂𝒎𝒏𝒈, better known as a tiger orchid. I have featured this orchid here on my channel, and I'm going to show you what it looks like today. Here she is today. So we're going to take a peek at exactly what it is that you're seeing. If you go back and you look at the video where I featured the 𝒂𝒎𝒏𝒈, where I first featured her, you will see that she had two pseudobulbs that were growing. And I was so excited. Living here in the Midwest, it gets so windy. She was outside this spring. The wind blew her over because she's top heavy, okay, and broke off both of those pseudobulbs. These are called pseudobulbs. These are the old pseudobulbs, okay? This pseudobulb here had two leaves. A leaf recently yellowed and it fell off on its own. These hold water, so you don't have to water these often. This last leaf here will soon fall off. It'll turn yellow, fall off, and then you'll be left with just a pseudobulb like this. Now, you see here that this is a new emerging pseudobulb. I was blown away and so thrilled when I saw that. So it's growing. This is where the new spike will come from this spring or summer. So this pseudobulb is growing beautifully. And you see all of those white crystals? That is called honey. That is that sweet sap that these plants make on their own. If this plant was outside, then the little brown ants would be eating the sap, which keeps all of the pests off of this plant. But since it's indoors, I just let the sap come. Now, you see all of this? Those are aerial roots. You do not need to put these aerial roots under the soil. You don't need to do that. This plant grows in bark, nothing but bark, no soil at all. And when I water this tiger orchid, these will turn green. Okay, but this is the largest orchid in the genus. It's 𝒂𝒎𝒏𝒈𝒻 tiger orchid. Beautiful, beautiful orchid. Okay, so let's go on and look at some more plants. Are you ready? Okay. The next set of plants that I'm going to share with you are a few Hoyas and a few outdoor type of plants as well. So let's look at the first outdoor plant that I have growing on the indoors. An impatient. A blooming impatient, growing well on the indoors. I make sure that I do not water this plant too much, because if so, then the leaves will turn yellow. So I make sure I monitor my watering, because sometimes I can get pretty heavy with my watering. Impatient, an outdoor plant that's growing beautifully indoors. The next set of plants I'm going to share with you will be more Hoyas, and I think you're going to enjoy them. So let's see what I have. Okay. I have two Hoyas. I'm going to call them my struggling Hoyas. This Hoya here is a Hoya calistophylla. And I've had it long enough for it to look better than what it's looking. It's not looking that good. However, it does have a new growth that's growing in the center. Can you see that? That just popped up this week. It is struggling. What I'm doing differently is giving it a little more water because it's struggling. The next Hoya that I have that's struggling for me is the Hoya 𝐾𝐵𝒚𝒃. It's struggling. It hasn't given me anything new. Nothing. And I'm keeping it watered. If someone can tell me something different, I'm keeping it more moist than what I have done in the past. The leaves are still nice and thick. Nothing has yellowed and fallen off. So that's a good thing. But I don't know what else I can do in order to spur on new growth. Or just maybe there aren't any roots growing. Any new roots growing. So perhaps that's it. You know how they say, we just have to be patient, guys, because sometimes these Hoyas don't always grow as fast as we would like for them to grow. So then we have that. The next one is a Hoya carnosa. I've shared her with you guys so many times. She's really pretty, growing well, extending, you know, her growth for me. Look at how pretty those leaves are, the pink, so pretty. And then I think this one is really pretty too. I love how it has that green strip right there in the center. Beautiful, growing well. And guess who else besides myself enjoy this plant? I mean, just love this plant. You got it. Millies. Millies love this particular plant here. And I have to keep it sprayed with my alcohol water and dish soap in order to keep the millie bugs at bay. So yeah, millies love this particular plant here. Let's look at some more plants. This plant here, I don't believe you've seen. here on my channel, Scindapsus Silver Satin. She is gorgeous. Look at how full she is. And as a matter of fact, I keep her clipped. I keep her clipped so that she can bush out on the top. Easy plant for me to take care of. Look at those beautiful leaves. So pretty. I like how the silver is kind of splattered on the leaves. It's really pretty. Yeah. Easy to take care of. The next plant that I'm going to share with you is this girl here. A rickrack cactus. I had her growing outdoors, and I brought her in because the sun was scorching her leaves. So she's been in for about a month now, growing well, doing well, rickrack cactus. And she'll go back outside come spring. The next plant that I'm going to share with you is a type of 𝒂𝒎𝒒. I don't quite know her name. And if you know her name, please leave a comment. I like this 𝒂𝒎𝒒. She has been outdoors. I brought her in because the sun was too hot. It was scorching her leaves. She has sat on top of my refrigerator, which she did quite well. Now she's in the plant room and she's loving it. I think bringing her in from the summer heat has given her a breather, and she's enjoying being in here. She too will go back outside come spring. So let's take a peek at her. Here she is. And I'm going to lift her so you can see how long she is. I don't know if she blooms or not, but I tell you what, each notch will get a leaf growth. They grow cute little curly, furry leaves. This shorter one, these two are new. The shorter one is the newest one, the newest growth. Yeah, she's cute. I like her a lot. And I love how the notches on it and the ripples. So easy to grow. It's not difficult to grow at all. And this is a keeper because I'm not going to say I mistreated, but like I just told you, from indoors to the top of the refrigerator, now to the plant room, and it just keeps growing. So this is a giving plant, very giving, forgiving. The next plant that I'm going to share with you are two of the same genuses. One has stripes and the other one is just green. Which plant do you think I'm talking about? Which one? What's the name of it? You probably guessed it. It is a spider plant. Let me share both of them with you. This is the green variety. Growing well. I just have to make sure I let this girl completely dry out, because if not, I will get what you're seeing here. Okay, so I have to let her just completely dry out so I won't get something that looks like that. Okay, this is the green variety here. Then I have the striped variety. And this is just a baby one. She was a lot smaller than this when I purchased her. And today she will get some water. And I water both of these from the bottom, because if you water them from the top, if water gets in their crown, that's when you get the root rot. So I water both of them from the bottom. Yeah, from the bottom. Two of the exact same genuses. One is green, one is striped. Which one do you grow and which one do you like most? Let me know in the comments, okay? So, let's look at something that enjoys the sun, that can be grown outdoors, that I'm growing indoors as well. Let's look at her. She can be grown outdoors. This right here is an agave. An agave, growing beautifully. I definitely will have to repot her come spring. But what I like about her is the variegation. Beautiful. And I'm going to turn this beautiful pot around. Do you remember when I purchased this pot and I shared it with you? Okay, this was one of my Christmas in July pots that I featured in that video. Go back and watch it. I tell you, isn't she sweet? It reminds me of the 70s. This is an agave, like I said, growing beautifully. And if you look here, you will see that leaf unfurling, one of the newest leaves, right there, unfurling. Can be grown outdoors, but growing quite well in my plant room. So, once again, like I stated earlier, if you have the right lighting, plants that normally could grow outside can grow on the indoors. All you have to do is have the right setup in order to give these plants what they need, and they'll grow beautifully for you. I have another plant that is so cute. This plant here, I can't wait for it to grow large. And a lot of times you don't see this plant featured, but this is a waffle plant. This plant is so easy to grow, and it will let you know what it needs, because the leaves will droop. Once you water it, the leaves perk back up. But the texture is what I love on the leaves. The texture of the leaves, the indentation. Beautiful. Then look at the purple. Find a real good one for you. The purple on the back. Waffle plant. So pretty. Easy to grow. Tells you what it needs. It's a no-fuss plant, and you hardly ever see it featured on any of the channels. Easy to grow. The next plant is this begonia. I don't know how to pronounce the second part of this. I will put it on the screen for you so you can see it. But guess what, guys? Oh my God, how beautiful. Look at the leaves. Look at the texture of the leaves. They're furry, but they're not soft to the touch. Isn't that strange? And it has a bumpy texture as well. Not only that, but when the light hits it, if you're looking right now, when the light hits it, it gives a cast of purple. Can you see that? Wow, it's beautiful. And it's even prettier indoors. I mean, it's even prettier in person. Easy to grow. I water this from the bottom up, a begonia. As a matter of fact, it's my very first begonia. And let's look at the underside. And the stem is hairy. You see it? Hairy stem. Begonias will let you know one or two things according to their leaves. Either it's too dry or it's too wet. And what will happen, the leaves will crisp up. The last plant that I will share with you is my peperomia. This is a peperomia watermelon plant. Can you see why they call her a watermelon plant? For me, she's not the easiest to grow. I've been having some struggles with her with the watering. So I have to make sure I'm not giving her too much water. So I kind of feel her leaves and to see if she begins drooping. If she begins drooping, then I give her water from underneath. But I'm struggling with her, but I am so happy to see a new emerging leaf coming. So that makes me happy. Because I really want her to get a little larger. I've only had her since summer. Watermelon peperomia. So guys, that's all of the plants in part 2. I want to reveal the plant wall to you. I want to share with you the different art pieces that are on the plant wall and their names. I also want to share with you which art piece you said, hey, put that one up there. It got the most votes. And the plant that received the most votes for the wrought iron planter. So stay tuned for that, and I'm going to show you our plant wall. I'll be back. So guys, I'm back, and I'm going to just give you a view of what the plant wall turned out to look like. Looking at each of the pieces. And I'm also going to share with you the names of each piece. Okay? So this piece here is the piece that won. We wanted to know which piece to put on the wall. It was between the Van Gogh Apple Blossom or this one here, which is the Hakuse's Hydrangea and Swallow. And this is the one that got the most votes. So she is on the wall. And she was one of the ones that I voted for as well. Going down to this piece here, this is Van Gogh's landscape. And I'm sorry you see the window, but hopefully it won't distort the portrait. The next one, which is in the center, is Red and White Crane, which is a Japanese vintage art piece. And then the last art piece here on the wall is William Morris's Willow Baugh. And I'm bringing you down to the wrought iron planter and the plant that received the most votes, which was the Pothos Enjoy. So this is what the plant wall looks like. So guys, I have thoroughly enjoyed making this video with you. I hope you have enjoyed it just as much as I have. And guess what? I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.